Hello, dear APSC and UPSC aspirants. Welcome to the detailed news analysis of 6th December 2023. Let us start from the front page. One of the most important international news is regarding the World Meteorological Organization has given a report on the glaciers shrinking. Looking into the news, let us see for exam point of view, what we need to learn is the international organization, World Meteorological Organization. It is an organization functioning under United Nations, and the main functions of this organization is to give leadership and expertise on matters related to weather, climate, hydrology, that is the water study, and other environmental issues. It is one of the oldest bodies, established in 1950. On March 23, 1950, it was established. World Meteorological Organization has a program named as World Climate Program. World Climate Program is a research program on how the climate change happens and how to tackle the problems of the climate change. The foundation day of WMO, World Meteorological Organization, that is March 23, is celebrated as the World Meteorological Day. Then March 23, every year, we celebrate as World Meteorological Day. Meteorology means prediction of the weather, the study of weather. And the theme of 2023 World Meteorological Day was the future of weather, climate and water across generations. Headquarters of WMO is Geneva in Switzerland. Moving to the next one, as I discussed in the morning, in my brief of the news, one of the most important thing going on at present is COP28 in United Arab Emirates. There was a concept of global stocktake. What is the meaning of the global stocktake? This global stocktake, all of you must have studied in environment regarding the most famous COP21. COP21 was held in Paris in 2015, and the Paris Agreement was signed in 2015 as a result of the Paris Agreement on climate change. Then the global stocktake also, after the Paris Agreement had an aim of 5 years. Within 5 years, by 2020, with the international collaboration, by the collaboration of all the countries in the world, one of the most important speciality of the Paris conference or the COP21 was that it was the first time all countries came together to fight the climate change. Before that, you might have heard of Kyoto Protocol of 2005. The Kyoto Protocol of 2005, the problem of that was not an inclusive program. Only developed countries participated in the Kyoto Protocol of 2005. In Paris Climate Change Agreement, all international communities, all international countries together took the decision to reduce the effects of greenhouse gas emissions by 2020. Now, how to make the measurement every 5 years after 2020, there should be a measurement of how far the countries have implemented their commitments for reducing the climate change. That mechanism that mechanism is called as the GST or Global Stocktake, is a fundamental component of the Paris Agreement, which is used to monitor the implementation of the Paris Agreement and evaluate the collective progress made in achieving the agreed goals in the 2015 Paris Agreement. This commitment done by different individual countries is known in the Paris Agreement, is also called as nationally determined contribution. Sometimes in the examination, certain terms will come. The nationally determined contributions is associated with which of the following sectors, and sometimes one simple answer will be there among the ABCD and climate change and the Paris Agreement. Moving to the next news. There was a news on EWS Reservation, economically weaker sections reservation in government jobs and the educational institutions. The news came because the Delhi government had fixed 1 lakh rupees as the threshold of deciding economically weaker section. The High Court of Delhi has asked to increase that into 5 lakh. Nationally, the EWS reservation was implemented by 103rd Amendment Act of Indian Constitution passed by the Parliament of India. The 103rd Amendment Act has amended Article 15 and Article 16 of Indian Constitution. Article 15 related to admission to educational institutions. Article 16 related to the government jobs. Now, at present, nationally, for getting government jobs, the condition of economically weaker section means that their annual family income should be less than 8 lakh rupees. They will get 10% reservation only if they belong to unreserved general category. This 10% is not applicable for economically weaker section. From ST, SC, OBC, it is not applicable. It is only for the general. This is the brief on economically weaker sections. Moving to another important news. Hatties. And in the society in India, in GS1, sometimes questions used to come regarding the tribes, and in the prelims also, and questions used to come regarding the scheduled tribe communities. Hatties is a community from Himachal Pradesh. They have been given the scheduled tribe status by the Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order 3rd Amendment Bill last year in 2022. Hatties is a tribal community or a close-knit group community. They are living on the banks of Giri and Tons rivers in the Himachal Pradesh. Hatties, their livelihood and their cultural practice is that they are known for selling their own homegrown crops, vegetables, meat, and wool in small town markets called as Hatch. The next is regarding Ambedkar. Today was the death anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the architect of Indian Constitution and the ambassador of the equality and the first doctoral scholar or the PhD holder from the scheduled caste communities in India. Regarding Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, I have given all historical and socially relevant points in the detailed analysis PDF, which is attached in the, you can download the PDF by clicking the link in the description of my video. Coming to another important news, Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma largely means the Hinduism. And the news was sacked ministers who spoke on Sanatana Dharma, says BJP MP. Now, what is Sanatana Dharma? Is simply Hinduism? What is Hinduism? Is a complex and diverse religion with long and rich history. It can be considered as the oldest living religion. That means one of the oldest and still living religion in the world, with roots that can be traced back to even Indus Valley civilization. Now, what is the Sanatana Dharma's basic concepts? If you are looking into 3 basic belief systems, the belief in a single and supreme being. Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism is originally a monotheistic religion that believes in one single superpower being as the God. And second one, the importance of karma and reincarnation. Karma, whatever you do here, it will be rewarded. If you do good things, you will be rewarded. If you are doing wrong things, you will be punished. And reincarnation, a second birth will be that second birth might be in the form of different things. And next one is the ultimate goal of the life is to get moksha or success in the second life. These are the 3 important basic tenets of Sanatana Dharma. Coming to important polity news. The Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act Amendment Bill was passed in the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. And it was passed in Lok Sabha. The Jammu and Kashmir, looking into this news, and we can have a glimpse on what were the major provisions of Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019. All of you must be aware of that has divided the state of Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories, one Jammu and Kashmir with a legislative assembly, another one Ladakh without a legislative assembly. It has removed all the special status of the state of Jammu and Kashmir on August 6, 2019, revoked Article 370. Under this act, the Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh would be ruled by President of India and through an administrator appointed by him known as Lieutenant Governor. There would be one Lieutenant Governor for Jammu and Kashmir, another one for Ladakh. Next one, the bill has given a union territory legislative assembly like Delhi and Puducherry, and a third union territory with legislative assembly would be Jammu and Kashmir. Number of seats in the legislative assembly of Jammu and Kashmir will be 107. Out of these, 24 seats we will keep it vacant because we claim that the Pak-occupied Kashmir is an integral part of India that has to come back to India at as soon as possible in the future. When it comes back, it would be given the 24 seats. Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019 has another important feature that the Lieutenant Governor has the power to nominate 2 women members into the Legislative Assembly if he feels that the representation of the women in the Legislative Assembly are not adequate. But that is not irrelevant now after the Women's Reservation Bill passed by the Parliament of India. Now 33% reservation would be there. The Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir will have a Council of Ministers, same as Delhi. In the Council of Ministers, the number of ministers can be maximum up to 10% of the total number of members in the Legislative Council. Delhi also has 70 MLAs are there in Delhi, and a maximum 7 ministers can be the 10%. For all other states in India, it is 15%. For Jammu and Kashmir, it is 10%. Moving to the next one, in the text and context, 2 important news were there. One is the journey towards plastic-free world. It is the most important environmental issue. I'm not explaining in detail. I have given in the detailed analysis PDF. You can read and understand, and you can use the points in the prelims as well as the mains examination. Moving to another important topic of the text and context, that is GPS, Global Positioning System. I'm sure you must have studied in your science and technology classes regarding the GPS, NAVIC, and NAVIC is the Indian navigation system. GPS, all of you will be using day to day the GPS, Google Map, and etc. Global Positioning System is a radio navigation system that uses satellite to provide users with positioning, navigation, and timing information. Ownership of the GPS is for the United States government, and it is managed and operated by the United States Air Force. GPS was initially known as Navstar, and the US military first used it in the year 1960. And we have our own navigation system. NAVIC is the navigation system developed by India. In the description, I have given a comparison of GPS and NAVIC and a detailed analysis of NAVIC. I'm stopping here for today. You can download the detailed analysis PDF in the description below. From tomorrow, and I'm planning to include a examination, day-to-day examination on current affairs. We will have an exam link in the description. You can click the link and take a daily current affairs examination. Thank you all. We will meet again tomorrow.